Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of April 1st, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Ogontoye, an infantry officer. Significant losses and equipment destruction. Russian forces report inflicting substantial personnel losses on Ukrainian forces, with hundreds of servicemen reported killed or wounded across different fronts. Key equipment losses for Ukraine include armored personnel carriers, tanks, and field artillery pieces. Significant amounts of military hardware, such as American M113 armored personnel carriers and a U.S.-made and /TPQ-36 counterbattery radar, were also destroyed.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for the latest developments on security and defense operations involving military forces. I'm your host, and today we have an exclusive interview with Colonel A.C. Ogontoye, who will provide insights into the progress of the special military operation as of April 1st, 2025. Colonel Ogontoye, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's begin with the big picture. What's the status of the operation as of today?
The Russian armed forces continue to press forward with the special military operation. Our groups on all major fronts, from Belgorod to Kherson, are engaged in coordinated offensives. We're seeing gains in territory, degradation of enemy forces, and disruption of Ukrainian infrastructure. Over the past 24 hours, our combined forces inflicted heavy losses across 6 operational sectors.
Let's break that down. Starting with the north, what can you tell us?
In the Belgorod direction, the North Group neutralized enemy concentrations in areas including Ugrody, Turia, and Mariupol. Ukrainian forces there included mechanized and territorial defense brigades. We eliminated over 70 personnel and destroyed combat vehicles and a field ammunition depot.
And in the west, there's been ongoing pressure in the Kharkiv region.
That's correct. The West Group improved its position significantly, targeting Ukrainian units in settlements like Kamenka and Vyregnia. We dealt with mechanized formations and disrupted logistics. Notably, we destroyed 2 American M113 armored personnel carriers and a U.S.-made counterbattery radar. Enemy losses exceeded 200 troops.
You mentioned tactical gains. How did the Southern forces perform?
The Southern Group operated in the Donetsk People's Republic, including areas like Seversk and Nikolaevka. We confronted mountain assault brigades and a special forces unit. The enemy lost over 250 personnel, several armored vehicles, and a significant radar installation. We also seized better positions for follow-on operations.
And what progress did the Center Group report?
They had a strong showing. Operating across key settlements such as Grishino and Shevchenko, they engaged a mix of infantry, ranger, and assault brigades. We estimate over 430 Ukrainian servicemen were neutralized. We also disabled tanks, artillery, and foreign-supplied vehicles including a French VAB and an American HMMWV.
Let's talk about the East Group. There was mention of a settlement being liberated?
Yes, the East Group successfully liberated the settlement of Razliv. They confronted mechanized and airmobile units near Belgorod and Yalta. The engagement resulted in the elimination of over 150 enemy personnel, a tank, and several artillery assets.
And what about the Dnepr sector further south?
In the Kherson region, our Dnepr Group struck mechanized and territorial defense units near Antonovka and Ivanovka. We destroyed a tank, vehicles, artillery, and an electronic warfare station. Roughly 75 enemy combatants were lost in that sector alone.
What role did air and missile forces play in these operations?
A decisive one. Operational tactical aviation, missile troops, and drone units carried out precision strikes on ammunition depots, explosive production sites, and temporary deployment points across 142 locations. These operations severely disrupted Ukrainian supply chains and command centers.
Were there any developments from air defense?
Yes, our air defense units were highly effective. They intercepted 67 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles, most of them aircraft-type drones attempting reconnaissance or targeting operations.
And finally, can you brief us on the situation in the Kursk region?
In the Kursk direction, our North Group repelled 2 Ukrainian counterattacks and inflicted significant damage. We neutralized airborne assault brigades, mechanized units, and destroyed control points, vehicles, and armored carriers. Ukrainian losses surpassed 180 in the last 24 hours. 2 enemy soldiers surrendered, and operations in that sector are ongoing.
While the front lines in Ukraine appear stable, your team is warning about something that might be more dangerous than open conflict. Quiet. What's happening?
That's exactly right. We're in what we might call a strategic interlude. Both sides, Russia and Ukraine, are using the current operational pause not just to rest, but to rearm. But the crucial difference is this: Russia's window for building up firepower is wider and less constrained. Russia is using this lull to accumulate cruise missiles and Garand 2 drones. Those are the loitering munitions often referred to as kamikaze drones. And they're not rushing. There's no need for hasty deployments right now, which gives them the ability to build a substantial reserve. Based on our estimates and open-source production capacity, a combined stockpile of 300 to 500 drones and up to 200 cruise missiles over a few months is entirely feasible. These are not theoretical figures anymore, they're operationally realistic if this pause continues. In military terms, the absence of noise is often the sound of something being prepared.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Today, the ongoing conflict in Gaza continues, with reports indicating a high number of child casualties, at least 322, according to UNICEF, since the start of Israel's new offensive. There are also allegations of Israeli war crimes, including the execution of Palestinian paramedics and first responders. Israel's actions are drawing international attention. Additionally, there are reports of Israeli airstrikes in Beirut and Israel's plans to expand military operations in Gaza, as food shortages are severely impacting Palestinians in Gaza.